Hey, Bay County Outdoors. We're here with Captain Justin of PanamaCityInshore.com. Justin, welcome. You know, it's always great to see Justin and everyone with Panama City Inshore out in the water. They're always having a good time. You guys are always seem to be catching fish.
We try.
We try. I always try to learn something from you, and I think you know, over the years, watching what you guys have done, you guys have matured in your business and changed, and I don't think everyone knows the full range of services that you offer.
We started with technical skiffs, mainly targeting redfish, tarpon, fly spinning tackle, soft plastics, and but being a vacation destination, we realized real quick that we needed to be able to accommodate family groups, and that's something that we have really started to focus on. We have, you know, all our guides have multiple boats. We use larger bay boats for our family groups, and we're able to take young kids, mom, dad, the whole family out, and really have a good time with the kids. We don't have any age requirements, so no matter how young, you know, they can come along and get in on the action.
So, you know, we all love to catch big fish, and we all want to go out, and if we're going for tarpon or big redfish, but how rewarding is it to you as a guide when you take a family or you catch a kid his he or his first fish?
Yeah, it is. You're right. That as a guide,
right.
I always feel a sense of success, you know, putting an adult client on a trophy fish. But having it doesn't have to be a trophy fish with a kid.
Right.
Anything gets them excited, and just, you know, getting a bite, rod bending, they enjoy, and so in turn, you know, we feed off of that.
Yeah, and you guys do a great job. Like I said, every time I see you and Matt out there, there's some kid smiling, and
that's right.
We rolled up on Matt the other day catching some sheep's head.
Oh yeah,
and he had a couple boys on the boat, and they were having
everybody's
a blast. Everybody's
happy. Yeah.
So PanamaCityInshore.com. Who is PanamaCityInshore.com?
Well, we're a group of 4 guides.
Okay.
Me, Matt Smith, Steve Bachman, and Todd Jones. And we all kind of specialize in our own little niche, which is really an advantage for our clients, because when they contact us, we are going to pair them with whatever guide is going to fit best with them. If you call in the wintertime and you want to go on a duck hunt, Todd Jones is the most experienced duck guide in Bay County. And we actually do cast and blast trips too,
cool,
where you can duck hunt with him and then get on a fishing trip the same day with one of our guides. Steve Bachman is our fly specialist, light tackle, fly fishing on the flats. He knows these flats, especially the east end of our county. He knows it better than anyone.
And we had the opportunity a couple weeks ago to have one of our sponsors, DOA Baits,
right.
Mark Nichols, the creator of DOA Baits, came up, and Steve got to take him on East Bend.
On what I heard, it was not such an ideal,
a challenging day, but they still were able to put something
that's
together.
That's where years and years of experience can pay big dividends on a day like that.
Cool.
I mean, most people on a day like that are going to be in trouble, but
yeah.
Steve is he's seasoned and one of the most patient guides that I've ever met.
That's where experience takes over.
And with fly casting also, he's a great instructor, very patient.
Well, thank you, Justin. We're going to get out of the water now.
All right,
what
sounds
do you say?
good.
All right,
Let's
thanks.
Go. That's how you do it right there. Just control your jig.
I think you got a pompano there.
It might be. God, his drag is locked down. You know why? We hooked about 20 on my trip day before yesterday. We landed 4 out of about 20.
Oh, were they?
The dolphins were eating them so bad.
Yeah,
that's a nice one too.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, jumping pompano. He thought he was a tarpon.
That was all that tarpon talk.
I
Got
know.
him excited.
A pink jig in his mouth. He thought that one had thought it had eggs in it. Get them skiing.
There you go. All right. It's quality fish there.
Yeah, nice.
So, Justin, have you guys been catching a lot of pompano lately?
The pompano bite has been really good. It's a little harder to fish them when it's blowing and cloudy, but the sun finally came out for a minute, and that's what we got up here. Lots of pompanos on the beach right now.
And the great thing about pompanos here, you can catch them on the boat, you can catch them on the pier, you can catch them
Right
on the beach. It's accessible to anybody.
Yeah. If you can get out here on the white sand,
Oh, it's the best
They're
way
out
to do
here.
it. Yeah.
and they're great to eat, but you know what? They're fun to let go too.
They're out a little bit deeper, aren't they?
I think they're gonna stay off the. Oh, there he is.
Oh, ran away.
Ah, it came off. Sure did, dang it. The big wad. I could even, once they passed, it looked like a cloud of them.
They out off the bar?
Yeah, they were right, kind of on this line we're at right here, like straight down there. That was perfect too. They had a little sunlight, and I could actually see them. The top of that wad, I could see about a dozen, but under it, I could see like
Yeah, I
a
saw
cloud. They were a high tailing it. Talk about getting caught with your pants down.
Yeah.
You try to throw it a mile down the beach, and here they come right by the boat. And when you see a school of them coming, and we can just sit here and we double up.
And they're
fun.
aggressive too.
They are.
People don't realize how
That's
aggressive
right.
they are.
I mean, I've caught them on top water plugs, you know, and even your jig moving fast. They're a jack.
It's like a permanent angry cousin.
Yes, that's right. There's, oh God, they're right behind you. He was trying to bite it.
Let's see. You know, he came at it when I picked it up.
He chased it all the way up to the boat. Oh, there he is.
There he
Jamie's
goes.
on. We'll get greedy now, try to double up. Where's he going? Oh, you're good.
Yeah, I'll come over here. Ceviche.
A wampano.
Look behind you, Cheryl. Oh, he's off. Came off. He was dancing on the surface right behind me. Oh well, he came off, but
Two
you
in
know,
a row.
2 in a row. Is that
Oh
what it-
God, look at his jacks. Hold on, hold this rock.
God, look at it all go. Oh
All right,
man, that
get
was
this
all jacks.
Here, watch this.
They're all over here. Look at
Oh
all.
man, one of them's gonna bust this thing. Watch this. Oh, get that jig this guy. I will get him.
There they
I
are.
don't even have to let him kind of settle down. Oh, there he is. Watch right there, Cheryl. Oh. Yeah.
Oh man, Cheryl, take this.
Oh, he's got one. There we go. Hold on, I'm gonna catch up with him.
You hit that off the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you may want to catch
Yeah, I'm
up
gonna
with him.
motor up. But watch, when we get back up with him, we'll double up on that.
I don't normally catch jacks, but when I do, they're
They're
big
gonna
ones.
be crevalles and they're gonna be big. You might as well catch them on a small rod too.
That's right.
Oh, I think I see them up there in front of us. Yeah.
The secret to this fishing is you need a quality rod and reel. Ah, there he goes again.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Buster.
He's gonna go again. I'd just let him go. Yeah, under. Get down real low because it'll catch on that spray rail too.
Oh no.
And the trolling motor. Hold on.
Oh man. Hold on.
Yeah, go under. Yep.
All right, he's ready.
All right.
I'm gonna put the meat to him a little bit more this time. Let me know if he wants to go. I'll just.
Yeah, he's gonna go, but I'm gonna hold on to it.
Woo!
See?
That's a welcome
It's
surprise.
gotta be a pompano. Look, he ate the pompano jig. Must be what he is.
So, Cheryl and I were walking down the dock before you got there, and we ran into Matt Smith.
Yeah.
And Matt said, boy, this morning was rough. It was blowing, it was cold. You don't want to go out there, you know. You sure you want to go out there? And when we talked about we were going out with you, he said, well, okay. He said, you know what's going to happen? He said, Justin, every time we'll hit that pass, the sky will part, the sun will come down, it'll be a beautiful day. We're coming out the pass, the skies part, and there's the sun. So I guess prophecy's fulfilled, but Lucky Charm.
Well,
What's this whole deal with Lucky Charms?
I guess behind my back for a long time they've called me Clover. They say I have a lucky clover, but I don't know if that holds true. But I will say I do eat Lucky Charms for breakfast pretty much every morning. I grew up eating Lucky Charms. My dad ate we're just a Lucky Charm kind of family.
Yeah,
and,
I hear you.
And on sometimes on a cloudy, windy day, you need that.
I saw a lot of boats running around not looking for anything. We caught some fish, so I mean, maybe.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
You heard it, Bay County, the secret's Lucky Charms. Maybe
I know, a new endorsement right there.
But now now that may run out, you may
I know.
you may have to go to something else. But anyway, that's good. All right, Captain. So what's the lesson learned today?
You can catch fish on the beach in a lot of wind.
That's right.
Sometimes people say, what's the best time to go fishing? A lot of times the best time to go fishing is when you can.
Yep.
It was windy today, but we had a north wind, so the beach was nice. And we were able to get out on the beach, find a little clear water, and see some pompanos and jack crevalles, and lucky enough to get to catch a few of them.
Interesting thing, we've had what, close to 70 degree water?
Close to 70-degree water.
Rain and blown for one day.
North wind,
right?
Cold night, and a lot of rain.
What do we find today?
64 degrees
64.
today. 2 days of that, and it really. And I've always found it seems like the water temperature drops a lot faster than it
comes up.
Rises.
Changed everything, but again, tomorrow we're supposed to have bluebird skies, 70 degrees. So back
That's
on by
right.
Monday, we're back on the fish again.
For everything you need on or off the water, visit the Panama City and St. Andrews Marinas. Both locations provide you with easy access boat slips, ramps, fuel, bait, and tackle. Come visit our ship stores and see our unique nautical gifts and clothing, or just relax with a cool drink and grab a snack while watching the boats come in.
Don't forget that Mariner on your shopping list. Come by and see our unique nautical gifts, cards, and clothing at the ship store at Panama City or St. Andrews Marina.
Panama City and St. Andrews Marinas, everything you remember and so much more.
Panama City living is simply better without glasses. The Eye Center of North Florida offers the most advanced surgeries, including lifestyle lens implants for cataract patients and custom view blade-free LASIK. Both procedures leave you with clear vision, and in most cases, glasses-free. The Eye Center of North Florida.
9 doctors, 1 vision, yours.
Justin, last night as I was thinking about coming out here today with you, I was thinking, or I was wondering, at what point in my life did I decide I wanted to make outdoors what I did full time? And there's many events from going out with my dad to getting jobs as a mate on a boat that really shaped my path. I was wondering, is there anything specific in your life that made you? Can you think of how you made that decision to become a full-time guide?
Definitely. There's a few different things that played into that. I would say from a young age, fishing has always been more than a hobby. I played sports as hobbies. I hunted as a hobby,
Right.
but I fished because I had to all the time. And I would say that really started with my grandfather. My grandmother and grandfather actually had a house on the Apalachicola River. And we fished up there on the weekends, and during the summers we'd stay up there a lot. And that's when, the time I could walk, I really became obsessed with it. So all through school, it really was something that, matter of fact, I didn't get put on restriction in school. My parents would take rods and reels away from me, and that's true. But so it really has always been a big part of my life. And when I was in college in the summer, I actually got a job, luckily through a close friend of mine, working with him. He ran a private boat here, and it gave me an opportunity to travel all along the Gulf Coast, fishing billfish tournaments, and really got some great experience how to maintain boats, how to maintain tackle, rigs, techniques, stuff like that. And because of that foundation I had and that passion that I had for it, when the opportunity came up to try to start a guide service, that stuff kind of led into it, and it really worked out well for me. I think it's a hard business to get into.
Sure, and that's what I was going to ask
Yeah.
you. It's not just about going fishing. I mean, it's customer service.
That's right.
There's
That's exactly right.
banking. You're running a business. What was the thing that shocked you? the
Well, I'll
most?
tell you something else with that is I was in a fortunate situation that my dad owned a small business, and he's a very genuine, good small businessman.
Right.
And I learned a lot of that, from finances to advertising to treating customers, taking care of them. I learned that from my dad. And so when I took that what I had learned working with him, and I actually worked with him for a while, and applied that to the fishing business, and then I got some really good guys working with me, and we all kind of feed off of each other and help each other. So that, I think that you add all those things together, and that's what makes a guide service that works well.
Well, you guys are doing it right. I mean, I've only
We sure try.
only ever heard good things, and
hard work.
and
man.
hard work. Yeah, and hopefully today we'll do some hard work.
That's
and
right.
We'll put some fish in the boat.
Yeah.
So, but I want to thank you for everything. I think it's great for people in Bay County to be able to get to know you a little more
Sure.
and see what you're doing. And please remember, if you're looking for guides, like you said, you guys do everything. PanamaCityInshore.com.
That's right.
They're always around. They're always willing to help. So even if you just want some advice, make sure to give those guys at PanamaCityInshore.com a
And
call.
I tell you, we're happy to be a part of Bay County Outdoors.
Happy to have you.
I'm so glad to see a group like y'all have, that we can work together with on projects like this,
Yeah, it's great.
and inform our community. I think the fishing community is just going to continue to grow in our area, and the more we can work together
Right.
on things like this, the more knowledgeable everybody is, the more we'll all succeed.
And that's the important thing. We all love Bay County, and we want to be more than just, spring break.
That's right.
We want to be more than just, some festivals in the summer. We want to create a viable industry for year-round outdoors
That's right.
men and women.
And this town was founded on the fishing industry. So to let that go to the wayside really would be a shame.
Right.
And although due to rules, regulation, changes, stuff like that, we might have to change the way that our fishing industry works, but I think it can still be what drives
Continue
our
to
economy
fish, yeah.
here.
Well, thank you, Justin.
The Captain Anderson makes fishing a breeze. There's a galley on board, and your comfortable trip is all-inclusive. Rod, reel, tackle, bait, and your fishing license. The traditional all-day trip from 7 to 5 p.m. Come aboard the Captain Anderson for a relaxing day of bottom fishing. There's plenty of room, so bring the whole family. It's a whopping big adventure, and that's no fishtail. The Captain Anderson is located at Captain Anderson's Marina, where the fish are always biting and the kids are always smiling. Please call for cruise schedules.
Sunjammers and Hobie Kayaks provide the ultimate lightweight fishing platforms that will offer anyone what they need when it comes time to hit the water. Hobie Kayaks' commitment to innovation, quality, and owner satisfaction is unparalleled in the industry, and the service and selection provided by Sunjammers Watersports is top-notch. So when it's time for you to go kayak fishing, there's only two names you need to remember: Sunjammers Watersports and Hobie Kayaks. Sunjammers Watersports is located on the west end of Panama City Beach and online at sunjammers.com.
Another beautiful Mexico Beach redfish this morning. Caught her on my trout lure. It's an egret Kick A Junior. Just came out here a month or two ago. It's my trout color, but the redfish have been eating it here the last couple days. She's just like all the fish this morning, and kind of yesterday too. They were sitting on the edge of a bar out here, a big grass bar, and the water's flowing over it, and the glass minnows are kind of stacked up behind it, and they're just kind of running the length of the bar, chasing glass minnows, but trout and the reds have both been eating these mullet or sardine-shaped baits.
I was happy to catch a redfish and a couple trout, and this is my first time fishing this spot. What a honey hole. This
Yeah,
is
don't
great.
ever. And we don't ever want to see you back here again.
Okay,
Did we make
all
that?
right.
I thought we made that clear that
Your secret safe with
we
me.
wouldn't be handing out you any directions here, and so
It's
yeah.
nice, it's sheltered. It'd be a great place to bring the kids kayak fishing.
Oh, there you go, threatening to come back again, and with children, and then they'll bring their children.
Oh yeah,
Pretty soon it's
it's a family thing. It's a family affair.
No, it's a pretty backdrop. I make a habit every time I come out here to see Cheryl. We always end up coming here because number one, we always catch fish, and like you said, it's always a beautiful backdrop. We've always got the trees and the grass and
Right, ospreys, eagles.
And the redfish are so pretty out here compared to they're kind of silvery where I am, and I come out here and you've got these nice bronze redfish, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
We did lose a couple big trout today, but we got one decent trout.
that was a nice fish.
Well,
The ladyfish were tearing it up in the middle there a few minutes ago. It'd be nice to come back when the water clarity is a little bit better too.
I actually like it to be a little murky.
Yeah.
Bigger fish get dumb when either the wind blows or the water gets a little dirty. The biggest problem we had today, and I think what kind of killed it later in the day, is we didn't have much current, and when the tide's not running, the fish kind of don't know how to orient themselves. They don't know which way the flow's coming. They don't know which way to look for the bait coming. And I don't think they, not that they're thinkers, but I think they just kind of, feeding just kind of becomes an afterthought. We'll still catch some here this afternoon, but if the tide's really flowing through here, like over that bar first thing this morning,
Right.
it drug all that bait into that one spot, and when I first got here this morning, you could just see the redfish going up and down that bar scaring the glass minnows, and it's because they all congregated because behind that bar where the current was flushing food over, and so it's just a real natural ambush position for them. So right now the water's high enough and the water's not flowing very hard, so we've kind of lost those ambush sites here.
So you're telling me I need to get here a lot earlier this morning?
Well, you know, I understand you were not in charge of that, so I don't want to bring up any names. Well, you noticed that we stuck the smallest person in the biggest kayak. How'd you get along with the PA-12?
I loved it. I love being able to stand up and cast, which is nice, and the seat is super comfortable. So I'm gonna have to get one of each now. The Revolution's a great boat too, but this
They each
is
have an
nice.
advantage, that's for sure. If you go offshore, this little guy at 57 pounds is a whole lot easier to drag across the sand. But like you said, if you want to stand up, then the PA-12 or 14 is pretty hard to beat.
Yeah, and this is honestly the first time I've fished in a boat where I have been able to stand up, so I might be a little damaged now. I don't know. Have to see.
Fishing with Cheryl will usually do that to you. It's a nice fish up in 2 feet of water. Got her on Mike Hackler's new sardine spoon. On Mike Hackler's rod with my new Okuma reel that I'm just trying out. Took me for a nice little ride this morning. Actually, she drugged me halfway back to Cheryl's truck when we saw Cheryl's truck finally pull up with the donuts.
This is a nice flounder, and I have a hard time landing these fish, so I'm a big catch and release person, but this is a fish that is going to end up on my dinner table tonight.
These gloves are slippery. Yep. Here we go. Much better start than yesterday, Sharon. Couple of these, 3 reds, just getting started. I like it when you put me on fish.
When you only have one shot, one chance, there are only 2 names to remember: Browning and C&G Sporting Goods. C&G carries the full line of Browning rifles, shotguns, handguns, knives, and clothing. Like the Browning X-Boat, every component of the Browning X-Boat works together to deliver the most critical feature: total accuracy. Visit C&G Sporting Goods today, because you don't want to miss that one shot.
right, we got an awful lot of rods on the boat, but if you were gonna tell people, like doing what we did today, just cruising the beach, what are the 3 setups this time of year you need to have on the boat?
Pompano jig, number 1. If you're gonna go pompano fishing, a jig from a boat,
right?
A jig is your number 1 tool.
Fluorocarbon doesn't matter?
I fish 20-pound fluorocarbon leader.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it does matter, especially on the beach when the water's clear.
Right.
But a pompano jig is going to be your number 1 tool from a boat. I know on the beach, you know, field shrimp, sand fleas.
Sure.
But a good pompano jig, I love that pink on there. You know, a sand flea gets eggs inside there, orange and pink.
Sure.
I think it imitates that. But anyways.
And this is great on a pier too.
That's right. That's right. Also, right now, as you know, I'm sure they'll see on the show, big schools of Jack Crevalles on the beach. We had one absolutely crush that top water, but came off.
Yeah, and just be careful if Justin hands you a rod.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that one right there has been ate a few times by big jacks.
Right.
I think he's even got an eye missing, but anyways, it's good to have these rigged up and ready.
So we got a pompano jig, we got a top water.
That's right,
What's
and
the
then
third?
a cobia jig.
Cobia jig.
And you'd be surprised, a redfish, Jack Crevalle, cobia. There's a lot of different fish that will eat that. I've caught dolphin on a mahi, you know. But anyways, a lot of fish will eat that bucktail cobia jig.
Now, how long does that season last? How long should people be making sure they have
I
one
keep a cobia jig on the rod year round.
Year round?
Yep, because it doesn't matter if we're offshore. Like I said, we'll catch dolphin on them.
Right, just to have.
If you're on a wreck and a cobia swims up, good to have it. So I keep it, if I'm outside of our pass, if I'm in the Gulf, I have a cobia jig on a rod.
It's good to know.
But it's good to have these rigged up and ready, because like today, you don't have time to rig them once you see them. You see a school of jacks show up, if you got that top water plug there ready, bam, you're hooked up. You can't see them and then go rig it up.
So I think it's like you said the other day with Matt Smith, be prepared like a Boy Scout, right?
That's exactly right.
Hi, this is Captain J.D. Prine, and we're out here on a beautiful spring day. It's late April, and this is your weekly Bay County Outdoors Fishing Report. Today we just went out to catch a few of what is in season right now. We wanted some triggerfish, possibly some amberjack. The triggerfish are doing fine. We got plenty of those. Amberjack, we weren't close enough to any structures where we could even give it a shot where I know they are, but no big deal there. We also had the chance to do a little prospecting and check some of the snapper spots out here. And rest assured, for your upcoming snapper season out here in federal water, the snapper are doing just fine. Trigger! Look at the size of that. Nice. And don't forget, for all your latest and up-to-date fishing information, please visit BayCountyOutdoors.com.